This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Personnel from around the state are working to assist local jurisdictions in assuming command of the Okanagan River flood.
Law enforcement across the state are stepping up seatbelt enforcement patrols starting Monday through June 3rd.
Wenatchee Wild took 2 wins over the weekend in the preliminary fight for the National Junior A Hockey League Championships. The Wind was an unexpected third opponent during the joint Caribou Trail and Central Washington B-League Championship game between Bridgeport and Brewster at the Apple Bowl in Wenatchee.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
Personnel from around the state are working to assist local jurisdictions in assuming command of the Okanagan River flood, which started last week. In addition to the Okanagan County Department of Emergency Management and the Northeast Washington Interagency Incident Management Team, more than 100 Department of Natural Resource firefighters arrived to assist with the flood control on Monday. DNR crews will fill and place sandbags and work to divert water flow by constructing and reinforcing water channeling infrastructure. According to the Washington State Patrol, there aren't any current evacuations orders in place, but Red Cross is available to assist residents as the need arises. Citizens should pay close attention and be prepared for changing conditions. Additional information and updates can be found on the Facebook of the Okanagan County Emergency Management Department or their website. I'm Madison Meyer with iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
Law enforcement across the state are stepping up seatbelt enforcement patrols starting Monday through June 3rd. The extra patrols run through Memorial Day weekend, one of the busiest travel weekends of the year. More than 150 law enforcement agencies throughout the state are participating in the annual Click It or Ticket campaign. According to a new report from the Washington Traffic Safety Commission, 95% of Washington drivers and passengers use their seatbelts. The report also shows Grant County is on par with the state with an observed seatbelt use rate of 94%. In conjunction with the annual campaign, a national seatbelt enforcement effort called Border to Border is taking place from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Monday, May 21st. The Central Basin Traffic Safety Task Force is once again participating in the May 21st event. Last year in Moses Lake, law enforcement made more than 100 traffic stops in just 3 hours along West Broadway Avenue. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
Wenatchee Wild took 2 wins over the weekend in the preliminary fight for the National Junior A Hockey League Championships. Before play got underway, the opening ceremonies for the 2018 Royal Bank Cup brought the 5 teams together on the ice and featured a tribute to the Humboldt Broncos. Wenatchee Wild faced the home team Chilliwack Chiefs in Game 2 of preliminary play on Saturday. After a scoreless first period, the Chiefs put the first puck in the net at the end of the second, and halfway through the third period, AJ Vanderbeck drilled a shot from the right circle up high. Game 2 was sent into overtime after regular play ended 1-1. Not even 30 seconds into overtime, Lucas Sauter completed the Wild's comeback with a shot between the goalie's pads. After their overtime win on Saturday night, the Wild saw another early defeat and late comeback in Game 3 against the Steinbach Pistons on Sunday. The Pistons lost their early lead from the first period when Weatherby shot his second period goal to tie up the score 2-2. In the third, however, Steinbach regained their lead nearly 3 minutes in, but Zach Galambos and AJ Vanderbeck scored less than 4 minutes apart in the third period to turn a 1-goal deficit into a 1-goal lead. The Wild shook off an early deficit for the second game in a row, taking the win 4-3. Royal Bank Cup will continue for the Wild on Tuesday, May 15th at 2 p.m. against the Ottawa Junior Senators. The Senators have a 1 tournament win and 1 overtime loss. I'm Madison Meyer with iFIBER 1 Sports. The Wind was an unexpected third opponent during the joint Caribou Trail and Central Washington B-League championship game between Bridgeport and Brewster at the Apple Bowl in Wenatchee. The Brewster Bears are no strangers to postseason play, going to state playoffs the past 5 consecutive years. They seem to have it in the bag prior going to the game, seeing an undefeated regular season and getting a bye in the first round of the joint league tournament. The Bridgeport Mustangs, on the other hand, have had no state appearances in the past few years and came into the tournament with 2 losses from the regular season. In the first 40-minute half, neither team saw a goal, even as Brewster had the wind on their side. It was halfway into the second half that Bridgeport took a shot from nearly midfield and put the first score on the board. The Mustangs put even more pressure on the Bears with 6 minutes on the clock with another goal. Brewster refused to go out in a shutout, however, and with 2 minutes left, they put their own point up. The Mustangs responded quickly with another goal while Brewster hurriedly tried to tie up the score, rounding out the scoring to 3-1 Mustangs.
Well, we know the game was going to be hard. The way they play, the way they move the ball. We need. Sometimes I told the guys we need to stop that. We need to just not let it have the ball. So put pressure in the back, or on their back, and let's try to win every ball that we can. And it'll work. Thankful that'll work. Now we have to get ready for the next game.
The Mustangs were named champions of the 1A District Soccer Tournament and will move on to state tournament. Brewster, who is 9-1, will play Royal High School, who is 16-1, and Bridgeport, who is 8-2, will play Walook High School, who is 13-1, early sometime next week. Dates, times, and locations are still to be determined. I'm Madison Meyer with iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.